because you come and you see like shit, like these guys train like animals. Like yesterday, we trained at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 hours in a row. You want to be a champion? I'll show you what a champion is. Normal people do normal things. Spectacular people do spectacular things. And to do spectacular things, you have to train unconventionally, against all the odds.
Hej på er och välkommen tillbaka till Dialogiskt. Mitt namn är Viktor och är som vanligt er host. Vi är fortfarande väldigt tacksamma och kommer fortfarande vara tacksamma över att ni fortsätter subscriba, dela och framförallt tipsa era nära och kära om våran kanal. Ni är en del av våran livlina. Den här gästen som jag har idag är en gäst som jag i flera år sett fram emot att få intervjua. Faktiskt 2014-15, jag vet inte exakt vilket år, så kommer jag ihåg att jag satt och lyssnade på en väldigt kort intervju med honom. Där jag kände att han är en person som är brutalt ärlig. Men jag kan också få en känsla av att han, lite, inte missförstådd, men att ni kommer fatta, att man ser förbi honom. Jag vill välkomna succétränaren, UFC, coach, Andreas Michael, Allstar. Vad ska jag lägga mer?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Välkommen.
Appreciate being here. Thank you guys.
Nice seeing you. Lite snabbt då. När man pratar om dig så pratar man om UFC. Man pratar om striking. Man pratar om brutal träningsteknik. Man pratar om determination. Och när man pratar om dig så pratar man om mind game eller mindset som är beyond det normala. Och när man pratar om dig så pratar man också om succé. Vad tänker du när jag säger de sakerna?
Didn't come free. Everything that you said, I left a part of me there. So it came with a price. Came with a price, which I was willing and I am willing to pay. You know, came with a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. A lot of tears, a lot of headache, a lot of disappointment. But the end result is worth the sacrifice.
Okay.
You know, and this is what people have to understand, and they're not willing to go through. You know, I see everyone nowadays like doing their feel-good trainings, and then they think that they're going to be like successful in life by doing the things that they makes them happy. You know, well, happiness is relative. You know, because I see a lot of people happy, but I see a lot of people unhappy. So, if you understand what I'm saying, you know, like a lot of masks of happiness, but on the backside is like depression, you know. So what is happiness? Happiness is like working for your happiness, working to succeed, struggling because the 1 billion other people want what you want. And that's an achievement that you can be happy about. And we've achieved a lot as a team. I stayed true to the game, stay true to myself. And I've done a lot of mistakes. As they say, as a wise man once said, Victor, history is history. You cannot change it because it's done. Future is unpredictable. You don't know. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Present. Because today is a gift. You know? That's why it's called the present.
I like that one.
You know? So we have to live in today and do the best we can. You know? And I'm staying true to my beliefs. I think we have a mighty team. And we've done good.
Okay.
And we're going to do good.
Let's go to the past then. Låt oss gå tillbaka till och släppa present för nuvarande. Vem är du? Beskriv dig själv som... Beskriv dig själv. Vem är du? Du är cypriot.
Well, I was born in Cyprus. I was born in Cyprus, moved to England, was there for many years, then moved back to Cyprus. Been boxing my whole life. My dad was a boxer, so I come from a generation of boxing, you know. And all I knew was how to fight in my life, in and out of the ring. Tough family circumstances. It was tough. It was tough. So the only way that you could, the only thing that I understood was fighting. So I was a student of the game, a scholar of the sport.
Okay. Even outside and inside the...
Always. I knew every boxer, every round. I was obsessed by what I did. I wanted to be the best. Saying you want to be the best is just words. Being obsessed about what you do and living it, dreaming it, and experiencing it every day. That is how I was with what I did. And this is how I am with what I do now. You know. So had an accident. I was a promising young up and comer. I had an accident. My career was over. Like, I was 19. 19.
It's the best year.
I had a lot of amateur fights, like a couple of like unlicensed pro fights as well. Unlicensed means that the organizer makes events and doesn't register them. Like, so it's just to make money for which I don't recommend that anyone does because they get used and shit happens, you know. Like, so we were like just young, fast and furious, you know. So like it was. Then I got injured because nobody took care of me the way I take care of the guys, you know. Nobody was by my side advising me.
What about your father?
He was my father. Yeah.
He was by your side in.
He was by my side, but
he had something else to do, I guess. Andra.
It's another story.
Yes, another story. Yeah.
It's another story. Tough times, brother. Didn't talk to my dad for like 20 years.
Okay.
So tough times, you know. So I was. We can say I was raised the hard way, you know. So nothing was ever given. Everything was worked for to the max. I didn't have a choice like to go to training. I had to go to training. It wasn't like a hobby, you know. It's like, so when I didn't have like all the opportunities that people have now, like all the money and sponsors and all this, and like the nice gloves and the nice this, the nice that. People like you buy gloves for like 2,000-3,000 kronas, they forget them in the gym. It's crazy, man. Like my gloves, I treat them like as if like they were a Ferrari, you know, my gear. Like, so this is what I'm saying is that people have lost the sense of reality and appreciation, you know, like. It's different times now. It's different times.
The fighting game. Innan vi går in på det du gör idag med Allstars och sådär, så skulle jag ändå vilja diskutera någonting som är väldigt intressant med dig. Det är din mindset när det gäller träning, när det gäller att uppnå sina drömmar. Och du har gett mig lite inblick i just det här att släppa det förgångna och vara här och nu och sådär. Jag har ju sett dig när du tränar dina killar. Och så, var kommer den här träningsfilosofin ifrån?
Comes from a little bit from my from what I was taught. I was taught like to not waste anyone's time. So because I can buy a new jacket, I can buy a new car, I can buy a new house, but I can't buy my time back. You know, so like when somebody gives you time and gives you their energy, like that's the most valuable thing that a person can give you. And I think that if I'm going to be there, giving my time, I expect, and I demand, because nobody's doing me a favor. I'm doing somebody a favor.
Kan du känna att det har varit så ibland att folk tar dig för givet när det gäller träning?
A lot of times.
Okay.
A lot of times. You know, like a lot of times. But now we're only talking about the negative.
Ja, men jag vet.
You understand? There's a whole bunch of like beautiful people and like that make things worth it, you know. So that make me wake up in every day and say, I'm gonna fight for this because it's a cause that I believe in. You understand?
Yes.
So like the positive is what drives me, not the negative. And the negative is what like fuels the fire, and the positive is what like makes it into an inferno. You know, because that's what drives me. And the will and desire to never fail. And we've failed, like fucking hell, 3 title fights, we failed, you know. But we've done more than a lot of people have, you know. And Allstars, yeah.
Allstars.
Yeah.
Vilka fighters har alltså i sitt stall nu som du känner? Och det är inte för att minimera de som du inte kommer nämna, utan jag tänker de som vi nämner nu.
Allstars, we got a lot of fighters from around the world that come and train at Allstars, and that's like kvitto, as they say, like to the value of what we do. Why would somebody leave from like Asia to come to Sweden and train at Allstars? Why would somebody leave from like Russia to come and train at Allstars? Why would somebody leave from like America or Africa to come and train at Allstars? You know, so we have a lot of guys. But the most important thing is we have like a lot of homegrown guys as well. The most success that we had, like globally, internationally, has been like with guys that have been taken from scratch and built into mighty warriors. You know, and that's what I'm proud of, because it's always we've eliminated any criticism that has been given to us, because we have destroyed every single criticism that has been given to us. Oh, he's a one-shot wonder. He only has Alexander Gustafsson.
Vem var det? Vem var one-shot wonder?
Alexander Gustafsson. Like they say, like, oh, Allstars has only had like one superstar. They get ready-made fighters. The fighters like that are created, like they should all go to America. You know, I was watching something yesterday, and I understood what the difference is in Sweden and what the difference is in America. And that's why, nothing to do with training. That's number one. It's the mindset. Like, there is no plan B in America.
Det finns ingen plan B.
There's no plan B. It's a do or die attitude. You know? Either I'm gonna succeed or I'm gonna die trying. I don't have a plan B. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to like have another business. I'm going to like start like whatever. You know, it's a do or die attitude. So that puts fire in your ass to work even harder to succeed. That is the only difference. And then there is a culture of millions, money, sponsors, TV rights, agents, $1 million gyms, like resources. You know, absolutely. That comes into the equation as well. That's a big difference. Don't we have Allstars? Is not a millions of dollars gym. You know, like we're humble in what we have. You know, and we do the best of what we can, because we haven't got like billionaire investors, you know. We haven't got like hyperbaric chambers. We haven't got like ice, like cryo chambers. We haven't got like swimming pools. We haven't got like, and all this. What we have is heart and will to work.
Men varför har Allstar då det här ryktet då som vi pratar om? Vi har pratat om det tidigare. Ja. Vi har pratat om det privat, att Allstar har ett rykte att ska du komma till Asien så kommer du bli sönderpucklad. Det finns en dålig attityd där och lite sådana grejer. Jag vill också poängtera att Allstar ligger nummer 12 bland de bästa klubbarna i världen. Jag vill bara säga det, så att det är inte lite dit jag vill komma, men det är inte...
Just a little detail. That's just a little detail.
Yeah, I know.
That's just a little detail, you know?
More.
No, that's just a little detail. No, I'm just saying, like we worked hard for that number 12, didn't we? At one stage, we were like number 6 or 7, you know?
Yeah.
Like, think like we go against these giants.
Yeah.
Like that have like they've had like decades of like history. Like in Sweden, we were the pioneers that opened the doors to like the having like expectations to get somewhere in the UFC. Before, people just wanted to get into the UFC. I'm happy now. You understand? Like same like with when I was like the Olympic coach of Sweden, the Swedish Olympic Committee was telling me like just qualify 2 guys to get into the UFC, into the Olympics. Just qualify them, like, and we're happy with that.
Not win, qualify.
So, you know, like it's madness. It's complete madness. Like it goes against all the things that I believe in. Like just to qualify and be a part of something doesn't mean shit. If I don't have the expectations that I will be the best, I won't even compete. I won't even compete, you know. That's the mindset that you have. You go in it to win it. You go in it to win it, you know. And this is I was once we had like a landskamp, America versus Sweden. Boxing, yes. Circus. Like the arena, circus, you know? Like, I think it's called circus. Yeah. I was gonna like, jag skulle sekundera Modo Salla, if you know who that is.
Absolute.
Beast, you know? One of the best boxers that Sweden's ever had, which has not had the career and chances that he should have had, you know? Like, sad to say, because he could have been one of the best. Like, but anyway, and then there's like this short, fat American heavyweight. 50 fights, like 50 wins, 30 losses, whatever. But the fucking mindset this guy had, screaming, yeah, I'm gonna get you, man, I'm gonna get you. So I'm thinking to myself, like, is this guy know something we don't? Is he like got any like stones in his gloves or something? Because this guy is chanceless. If you see the stats and the logics behind it, this guy should be like wiped out like in 2 rounds, in 1 round, you know. But he gave a fight. He gave a fight. This guy, he lost, but he gave a fight. You knew you were in there with someone. You just didn't give it. You know, like, you understand? And this is what I've been struggling with over here. This is what I've been struggling with over here. To change that mentality.
Ja, men den här mentaliteten och träningsfilosofin har ju du haft sedan dag 1.
Yeah.
Men vad är det som gör att du inte får den credden?
You know what? I'm going to answer your question as well. Like, why do people say like that? Because I haven't answered that question. I'm getting to that.
The first
like,
one.
Yeah. Why do people say that? Like, you get busted up in at Allstars?
Ja, förlåt.
Because it's like you get out of your comfort zone. You come there and you realize that it's not a hobby. You come there and you realize it's not like a weekend trip. It's not something that we do. It's not the training that we do because we like it. You know, it's a big difference there. Getting out of your comfort zone and training because it's a job. Do you like going to work 8 hours every day? I don't know. It's like I can ask yourself, how many people can say in life like that they wake up every day and they jump head over heels to go and work 8 hours, 40 hours a week at a job. You're a fucking lucky person if you have like 40 hours that you love every day. You know, you're fucking lucky man. It's like, and I work like maybe like close to like 80 to 90 hours a week. You know. Like, that doesn't mean that I'm like working like laying bricks for 90 hours. No, but I'm active, thinking, studying, planning, hustling, you know, like on it. Like going home, I'm on the phone. Waking up, I'm on the phone. Like at the gym, I'm working. Like with my partners in crime, you know. Like all the team.
Men fortfarande så är ju det fortfarande det vi snackar om, det där mindsetet. Varför har du inte fått tillräckligt klädd för att du använder den filosofin?
Because it's like because at the end of the day, like you break a lot of bubbles.
Är det för att folk vill ta den lätta vägen?
It's human nature. Human nature. That's human nature. It's like, you know, so and nothing ever comes out good out of taking the easy road, you know. Nothing good ever comes out of taking the easy road, you know. So what I'm saying is that human nature shows that people choose to live in a bubble, you know. And when that bubble is broken, because you come and you see like shit, like these guys train like animals. Like on yesterday we trained at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 4 hours in a row. You want to be a champion? I'll show you what a champion is. You know? Like, they do unlogical things because normal people do normal things. Spectacular people do spectacular things. And to do spectacular things, you have to train unconventionally. Against all the odds, yesterday I said to them, okay, everyone's saying, he's like overtraining them, blah, 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 I know this, he's pushing them, he's doing this and that, but that's where we're winning. We're winning. The only thing that matters is the end result. So we're winning. Then it's like, I take my foot off the gas. And we start losing like a split decision here, like a close fight there. Like, and I'm saying like, hey, am I doing it to make you happy? So you don't say that like that we're overtrained or we're sparring too hard or then this, or should I just follow what I believe in, and we do it the way that it should be done? You know, like, and I'm not a one-man show because nobody can succeed as a one-man show. It's not a one-man army. It's a team. We have like amazing coaches there. Remember at Allstars you have like world-class coaches, not world-class, world championship coaches. That when you go there, you train at our place. Who's Alan? Is that a normal coach?
Alan Finfo is
you know,
extremely good.
Yeah, Joachim Karlsson, normal.
Wicked.
You understand? So I just say like Mohammed Bawadewan, Joachim Karlsson, Selma Berishi, like Sasha, Paul, Yuke, me. It's like Jeppe, Bang. Like the list goes on and on. It's like, and excuse me if I forgot anyone. You know, no disrespect. Like, but these are people that are been studying They haven't just gone like a 2-week course at some PT school. And they're like coming like, and they're gonna, okay, well, I'm gonna train you. This is like decades of experience, you know, like going through this. Me is like, I was in the same like we were training camps with Lemchenko, Rigondao, Lara, Gamboa, Biterbiev. You don't know who Biterbiev is? Like, he's a fucking beast. He fought like last week. He destroyed the guy. Look him up, guys. Biterbiev. He fought against Babak Kamara. Biterbiev. Babak Kamara was the only guy in the whole tournament that went all 3 rounds with him. The only guy, and you know, Usyk, like the cruiserweight champion. Babak Kamara beat Usyk. You understand? Like Kenneth Egan, Olympic gold silver medalist. Our guys beat him. This is the foundation that we have. Then you say, we put all this forward into MMA. 3 title fights, young up-and-comers, 15 years in the UFC, like, and we gather this wealth of knowledge and we put it through, you know, and I believe, you know, that the fundamentals of everything.
Let's talk about the 3 title fights.
Yeah,
De där
3 title fights, yeah.
De där 3 stycken. Shoutout verkligen till Allan Finfo, Jocke Karlsson, Paula Kofeli, Sasha Martinovic. Vem så har jag
Mohamed Badivan, Jeppe, Bang, like all these guys.
Shoutout till alla de grabbarna, för att när man kommer till Allstars så känner man verkligen trycket.
And all the other coaches, like, you know, we have a lot of coaches there. We have a lot of coaches.
Men också fightersen. Vi har ju Reza, Mad Dog, Ili Latifi,
Alexander Gustafsson,
Alex Gustafsson,
like Khamzat Chimaev, like Jimmy Manua, Guram, like and all the other guys like Franz, Fernando, like.
Verkligen.
There's a world, Bilal, like.
Och det är de unga som kommer. Jag tänker vi snackar lite om dem också. Men de här 3 titelfighterna. Och då kommer vi in lite på personliga upplevelser. Det är Alex Gustafsson är inblandad i dessa 3.
Yes.
Jones 1, Jones 2.
Yes.
And the third one is Alex versus
Cormier, DC.
Cormier. Vilken av de här 3 känner du är
the most frustration?
The most frustration. Du visste vilken fråga jag ville ställa.
The most frustration.
Jag har ju pratat om det, men jag tänker, vilken är det mest frustrerande av de här?
You know, America is a land of, how can I put it, lightly, is a land where not every time you get treated fairly, you know? As you see in the movies, I swear. I see like, but this is make-believe. You think in the movies like, but you know, this is not real. But it just takes my breath away how everyone sees the pink elephant in the room and nobody dares talk about it.
You're talking about Jon Jones?
Talking about like Jon Jones tested positive 5 times before the fight. 5 times, man. Tested positive. And I can tell you that I can go into some hardcore details there, and you will like drop the top of your jaw. Yeah, you drop your jaw dropping. You understand? Like, and then it's at the press conference. I'm talking, SMSing all the journalists, and they're shitting themselves to ask questions. Ask them this. Ask them this. Like, yeah, but I'm going to get thrown out of the press conference. So it's a house
of cards,
you know, and there is a puppet master. So let's not say anything else because we might get thrown out. You understand? So that's how it is.
Men första Jones-fighten?
Första Jones-fighten. And then I can say like this.
Alex van
Joe Rogan is talking a lot of bullshit, you understand? Because that Jon Jones was the best Jon Jones. He didn't train, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Jon Jones was like leaving like a trail of like bodies. Like he was leaving a carnage wherever he was going. So like Mashida, Rampage, like Bader, like you name it, Shogun, like everyone. He was destroying, finishing. And then comes little Alex from little Sweden
and mash it up
and stops the reign. After that, Jon Jones has never done that has never been like the same, in my opinion. Maybe Alex has never been the same as well. But after that, look how Jon Jones is fighting now.
Reserved.
But Jon Jones is fighting like
Safe.
very simple, very reserved. He's not finishing anyone. He's got a distance, you know? And hats off to Jon Jones, I can say you this, that I admire the guy, not for the person he is, but for the work he puts in and for the heart he has when he fights, you know? Then there's a lot to be said about what he does outside the ring with all honesty, I'm not being unfair, you know. Just read the articles, you know, what's happening. But that's everyone's private opinion. I choose to like whoever I want and who I don't like. But their respect is demanded. You understand? Because he has earned it. Like he can go, like we met him like wasted in the hotel room, in the hotel lobby, like 3-4 weeks before the fight, totally wasted, drunk as a skunk. You understand? And he goes, Alex, you got a head start on me, baby. He goes to him, got a head start on me. And they carry him like to the breakfast table, you know? And he pulls it off. Guy pulls it off, you know? It's a beast. Because he's like a special kind of human being, can lock out all his feelings, like, and doesn't matter if it's like run over a person, shot a person, like got caught for drugs, domestic violence, gun possession, like hit and runs, like drugs, drinking and driving. Doesn't matter. Like that brings heat on you. You know, you come from the streets as well, man. You know what this is. When the police is on you, say it makes you sweat, doesn't it? You know what stress that is. Your family, your friends, and all this. Yeah, you know, like when you got problems, but when he's in the cage, he's there.
Han stänger ut allting.
He's there, man. He's there.
Men den här frustrationen då, tack för att du delar med. Den här frustrationen då, när hela grejen fick bytas från Las Vegas
that frustration to me is because we paid for it. For somebody else's mistakes, we paid for it. I'm not saying that Alex might have would have won. Who knows?
Men Alex skulle ha hoppat av.
But Alex would have done better. You understand? Because we didn't know if we were going to get the fight. So we were waiting and waiting and waiting. He's like, and I'm like building this rage in me. You understand? Because the guy that is there doping the Jeff Nowinski, he's in the room with us, and that's him like, Jeff, from everything you know, can you guarantee, from everything you know about this guy, what he's done, the history of whatever this guy's done, like everything you know, can you guarantee that he is not on juice? Between us, he said, no, I cannot guarantee you that. You understand? This is what this guy said to me.
Okay.
Me and 2 others, the managers there. We're 3 guys in the same room. So if my ears like I have wax in them, then maybe the other 2 like can testify to that. You understand? But this is what I heard. So I'm just this frustration. Then Alex comes to me and says to me like, Andreas, coach, he said to me, let's not jeopardize the fight. Let's not push too hard. Because we're getting paid, man. We're getting paid. This is the biggest payday. We've got families to feed. We've got bills to pay. If we lose this fight, why not get this back? We've been working like 3 years for this. To get the next fight, we've been working hard to get this one. So let's just get paid. So you see, like from winning, having the mentality of like do or die, all of a sudden you're thinking that let's just get the money. You understand? Let's just get this. So the whole atmosphere and the cause changes. You understand? So I just relaxed. I was like, okay, let's do whatever you want, my brother. I said to him, whatever you want.
Men Alex har ju uppenbarligen ingenting av det här UFC-syndromet som du har pratat om tidigare. Att man freeze, fame and glory.
Alex is a veteran of the game. You know, he hasn't got that. He hasn't got that. Alex has battles with himself. You know, he's got other problems. But if you need to learn, and this is what happens to a lot of veterans. They need to learn to love what they do again, instead of just doing it for the money. Yeah. You understand? You need to learn to love what you do, so it loves you back. You know, don't forget, Alex has been in a lot of wars. Alex has been in the UFC for a long time.
For a long time.
He's young, but he's been in the UFC since 2009. That's like 12, nearly 13 years, 12 years. 12 years, man. That's a long time. And he's doing he's been doing like MMA before that as well.
Yeah.
He just didn't come like from zero fights to the UFC. You know, so he's been doing a lot of fights before that as well. You know, so he's been doing this for a long time. Young, old, as they say. But I feel Alex is the type of person that when he decides he's going to do this properly, he can wake up one day and beat whoever he wants in the world. Because he's one of the most talented people I've ever trained. One of them. One of the most talented people. I've trained a lot of people. And he's one of the most talented people that I've ever trained. Like, so, at the end of the day, my friend, I would take you, your hand, to the cage. I opened the door and I said to you, go. Then the door shuts and you're all alone there. You understand? I cannot fight with you. You know? And that goes to everyone. So, I can do pads with you, I can train you, I can do all the things that need to be done. Once you step into the cage, it's your choices, your will, your heart, your desire that plays account into what the result is or isn't. You understand?
Yeah.
So this is as far as I can go, and that's to the cage entrance.
Så vad säger du till kritikerna då?
What I say to the kritikerna is like, when they tell me like that, I don't let Alex go to America.
Yeah,
I don't do this, I don't do that. Who said? What do you know? Who said?
Men han åkte ju och körde.
I don't let Alex go for training camps to America. Do I own him? Let me tell you one thing. Alex, when we went for 11 weeks in the first Jon Jones fight, we were 11 weeks in America, okay?
Yeah.
For the first Jon Jones fight. He didn't have a family. He was 24. There was what is it, like 2013. That was like nearly 10 years ago. He was 24, 25 years old. Like, he didn't have kids. He didn't have like a house. Didn't have like a mortgage. Didn't have this. Didn't have that. Like, when fighters start getting sophisticated and they start building a life that weighs down on them, you know, it's difficult to live for that long amount of time again. It's difficult to do what you have to do. You understand? You do what is, how can I say, som passar in your life. But anyway, that's enough about talking about Alex. It's like because we have a whole list of other guys, you know. Like I love Alex to death. I take a bullet for him, you know. Like whatever he wants to do, he's the boss. I suggest, and I always tell my opinion, you know. And it's not always followed, believe me. It's not always followed, you know. But that doesn't mean that I have to leave a brother alone in war. And it's not for the money, I can tell you that. It's because you have a sense of responsibility. You don't leave a guy just because you're not following what your suggestion is. You leave a guy if he's loyal, disrespectful, like spits on you, kicks you, and talks to you as if you're a piece of shit. You understand?
Yeah.
And doesn't believe in you. This is the reasons why you don't jump on the train, or you're not on the train. You understand?
Okay.
Other than that, they say loyalty, love is there.
Okej, det här med att vara på tåget då, being on the train.
Yes.
Vilka har vi på tåget? Om vi går in på Allstars nu och skulle
there's a lot of guys. I can't.
Det är en armé, this war.
What?
It's a swarm. Det är en armé.
It's a lot of guys, huh? They just keep it coming and going. But what I say is that what I notice from my experience in All-Stars, okay, and from my experience like when I'm around the world, okay, this is what happens. This is what happens like with us, you know. People come, they're dedicated. They're on the path. You understand? They're on the path. There's two scenarios. I'm going to give you two scenarios now. They're on the path, okay? Start winning. One fight, two fights, okay? Then all of a sudden, they stop working after their fights. They think that they're only going to start. They're only going to train when they get fights. So they don't do all the pre-work. They're only doing like the camp work.
Men det är inte många
Recipe for disaster. That's when we start losing. Tight decisions. That we're doing like this. Like example, one guy. He's at Allstars in his first fight. He's at Allstars like 3, 4, 5 months. He destroys the guy in that fight. Glory, like expectations, newspapers, fucking like he does an amazing show. Goes to his country. So away for 1 month. Comes back like 3 weeks. I say like, hey man, like you got to fight in March. And you're leaving, and now it's January, and you got to fight in March, okay? And you're leaving. So yeah, I'm leaving, but I'm coming back like 1 month before my fight. Really, I said to him. So you're going to fight somebody that's harder than your last guy, but you train less than your last guy. I said to him, is that logical? I said to him, I'm just warning you. There's a storm coming. There's a storm coming, my friend. I said to him, okay? He goes, comes back like 4 weeks before the fight, 3 weeks of training, because you cannot train it properly fight week. So 3 weeks before, so I cannot do miracles. The team cannot do miracles. We're not on juice. Everything's illegal. Everything's legal in Sweden. You understand? Like, so when we fight against guys that do not get tested, do not get like that are training hard, you understand? We got a problem. 3 weeks is jack shit. You understand? You got to be a professional athlete. Never stops training. Never. 1 week rest. Go. It's a process of development all the time, because you never know who you're going to fight in the next. You might fight somebody that's even better than the next guy. So you have to you have to keep developing. Yeah. And this is what these fighters don't understand. So they come back to me and they're like, oh, but it didn't work. No, you didn't work. You didn't work. Don't blame me for the things that you haven't done.
Händer det ofta?
All the time.
Att de kommer...
All the time. All the time. All the time it happens. You understand? For the work that they've done, haven't done, the team gets the blame. You understand? And that's not how it works. It's not how it works like here. Like I'm telling you from the beginning. I'm warning you. I'm seeing this. I'm warning you. I'm telling you, like, don't leave the schedule. Don't leave the systematic training. Don't leave it, because you're gonna get somebody that's like that's even better than the last guy. So what does that mean? What does that mean? You have to keep the development going. You can't rest for like 1 month. You can't rest for like 6 weeks and come back when you got a fight. If you're resting and you get a fight, it's too late. Too late. You have to always be on autopilot. And then when you're just cruising, and then when you get a fight, you increase. That's how it is. Sad. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but that's how it is. You never rest. Never. There is no overtraining. There is only good habits and bad habits. Good eating, good resting, and there is no overtraining. A guy from Guatemala, he fucking like climbs a mountain like 12 hours, like up and down a mountain for 12, 13 hours, whatever the fuck he's doing, you know? He's like with to a volcano, gathering sulfur, like that's 100 plus kilos on his back, and climbing and going down the mountain, like for every day of his life, 7 days a week. He's not overtrained, this guy. So if you train 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day, it's like 5 hours a day, you're not overtrained. He said, but can this handle it? This is what controls this. You understand? So if this is weak, this gets weak, you know? So all of a sudden, you find out like who wants to do the work and who doesn't want to do the work. It's like, listen, hard work is not fun. Once we realize that, we can start training. You understand? Anything else is like a piece of bullshit. Hard work is not fun. Is the end result and the achievement and the conquest that is the fun part. You know, no sacrifice is fun. It's the reward that has to be fun. So if you think that the reward is not worth the sacrifice, then you're in trouble. You understand? Then you're not going to train hard. But if you think that the reward is worth the sacrifice, you will put in a hell of an effort. And I can say this, like the guys at Allstars, they put a hell of an effort in.
Allstars 5 years from now, var kommer ni vara om 5 år?
Hopefully like we have a UFC champion.
Vem tror du på?
Then I retire.
Du behöver en champ?
I need a champ. Yeah.
Men retired, du är så ung.
You know, like I'm never going to retire. And this is a labor of love. You know, I'm never going to retire. But I have the privilege to, before I would be up everyone's ass. Now I have the privilege to work with the people that fit with my philosophies, you know. I have a lot of guys, this is how All-Star works in this way. The morning session is for mandatory. Everyone comes to help each other. The best train with the best. Everyone comes to train with everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome. From other clubs, there's great fighters, great coaches, you know. So everyone's welcome. Then in the evenings is mix and match. Like maybe somebody doesn't fit my method or my philosophy. There's many methods to train. My way is not the only way, you know. So there's many roads to take. There's many hard roads to take, you know. And there's many easy roads to take. But the hard roads usually lead to success, you know. So some people train with this coach in the evenings, technique, tactic, and this. Some people train with this coach. Some people train with me. You know, no problem. You know, I put all my efforts in what I think these guys should do. This coach puts all his efforts into what this guy should do, making schedules, plans, and then we all train in the morning together. If anyone needs help here, and I'm here, and we're here, we meet together and we help each other. So we're all fighting for the same cause, but we all have to split the work. So split the work accordingly to where each person suits.
Okay.
Like many of the best gyms do. Yeah.
Så vi kommer se fram emot en titel, champ. 1 eller 2?
That's what we're working for. 10. Well, I don't know, man. We have like Khamzat Chimaev now. Like in 6 months, he became like a global superstar. Guram Kutateladze. Like Guram is like, he's like what a warrior. Like had a little bit of difficulties in the beginning of his career, and now he's like just bounced up, like won a fucking like mega fight, like against a guy that was like undefeated like forever, like KSW champion or this.
Mariusz,
the Polish guy, yeah. Like KSW champion and all this, like, and Guram like beat him. So justification.
Mateusz
Gamrot, exactly. Like, so Khamzat Chimaev started the trend that everyone wants to fight like every week. Yeah, he's the one that started this trend. Like,
he got some records
last year we had like 5 bonuses if we're in the UFC. So we're working hard, and it's a pleasure to see the success and the failure keeps us sharp as well, wakes us up, because success makes us soft a little bit sometimes. So when we fail once or twice, it just kicks us in the ass so we can like keep the tempo going, you know?
Okay, it's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you very much. It's gone fast.
It come fast. Nej, men jag uppskattar dig, och du vet ju alltid när jag kommer till gymmet, jag stressar dig. Men det är en ära att få ha dig här, och du är så välkommen tillbaka och fortsätta den här resan.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Det är en ära.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, coach.